20th of September, Rabbi Levitt, Pele, Yoetz. Morning, Alan.
Morning.
Oh, Alan's coming in. Okay, wonderful. I didn't get any other phone calls from Mayor or Roy, so.
It seems Roy was out doing something, so.
Okay, Roy is out. Okay. Okay, and maybe, okay, fine.
Something.
So.
And I don't know about Mayor.
He was here this morning.
Oh, he was. So, okay.
Now
I'll try to. All right. Okay, so we'll try to see what's doing with Mayor, and in the meantime, let's start. Bez Hashem. We are up to. Oh, we read the first paragraph of Monet, or Monet. Taseh Monet. That's the rule. So we read the first paragraph, and now let's go to the second paragraph. This is on page 110. Counting.
Okay.
Prohibition against counting people.
Prohibition, right? Okay.
Oh, you want to start from the beginning? That's okay. Fine. We'll do Hazar over here. That's good.
So page 110.
Yes.
The prohibition to count Jewish people and what happened to David Hamelech is well known. What senseless people do when they want to know if there is a minyan, quorum of 10 men, for prayer, and they want to be careful not to count Jews, that they count alpha, bet, etc., is not good. If only they would be wise and understand that they not accomplished anything with their method. However, they should count them by just looking or thinking of the numbers in their heart.
Interesting. That's an interesting thing that he said there. So first of all, just looking in the Hebrew over here, Monet. Right, that's the Gemara in Yuma of Beis Amud Beis 22b. That's the Gemara that talks about the prohibition to count also Hamona es Yisrael. It's forbidden to count Yisrael. And but he says though that it's the prohibition is dependent upon, I guess, verbalizing the count, verbalizing the numbers. Because if you think it in your mind, and just have you have a picture of a number in your mind as you count the minyan up to 10, he says that would be perfectly permissible. But even to verbalize, not even the number, but even a letter would be usher as well, and that is I am assuming he's saying that that would be forbidden because of the fact that our letters really correspond to numbers. And really he's using the number, he's using the letter really as a number. And since he's verbalizing it, so that then it would be forbidden as well.
But what if you said ABC?
Sorry, what if he?
If you said ABC.
ABC instead of Aleph Bet Gimel. It's ABC don't correspond to numbers.
Right, but if he knows that, what's the 10th letter? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. When he gets up to J, he knows that he's got 10.
Right. What's the
So
difference
even
between that
though
and
the
saying
letters,
Hoshea Esamecha?
even though the letters, I mean, what's the difference between saying a pasuk? Because you know the last word of the pasuk also represents 10 as far as you're concerned.
Right. Maybe the Pele Yoetz would say you can't say Hoshea Esamecha.
It could be that he holds that way.
Clearly, everybody agrees that you can count coins.
Right. That's the way that the Klal Yisrael did the count in the midbar. They would give the Axis HaShekel, and they would count the shkolim. So that would be that's permissible. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay. So that's the story with that. What happened with David HaMelech? Right, that's the Gemara. The Gemara relates what happened with David HaMelech over there. Okay. Fine. So let's go to the next paragraph. Since our sages fell upon
said,
Lu.
judge every man as if he is a thief, and honor him as if he is Rabban Gamliel, it is proper not to rely on another person's trust when conducting business with him. A person should immediately count in front of the other party everything which he gives and everything which he receives. If he wants to count it later and discovers that something is missing, the giver may not believe him and be suspect that he is trying to steal from him. It is also possible that the giver paid the right amount, yet the recipient did not know that a different man came and stole some of the money. In such a case, he wrongly suspects the giver. Therefore, a person who counts the money immediately is praiseworthy.
Oh, very good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, for example, if somebody, if Shimon is giving to Levi $5,000, so what should he do? Shimon should count out the 5,000 to Levi, and then Levi should also count it too. That would be one way of doing it, unless Shimon wants to rely on Levi counting it in his presence. But it would seem that what does Pele Yoetz say exactly? A person should immediately count in front of the other party everything which he gives and everything which he receives. The Pele Yoetz is coming out definitely on the side that both Shimon and Levi should count it in front of the other one. Okay.
Meir is joining us.
Here we are.
Mayor,
Yes,
Oh, good morning, Mayor.
good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Glad you're
Okay.
able to find us.
I've been searching the whole internet for you guys. Okay, let me get my book. Pele Yoetz.
Okay, so he first started off with counting Yisrael, and then he continued with counting money. The first one is usher. There's an absolute prohibition, strictly forbidden. And the second one is it's a binding obligation to yes count. And he says very clearly, because otherwise it could lead to people suspecting one another of stealing, of not being faithful in their dealings. Chas v'shalom. So therefore it's a person should not be. He doesn't even mention that the person should try to overcome his feeling that perhaps the other person is going to suspect that he's a thief. And he said, well, why are you counting? What do you suspect me? You think that I'm giving you less money than I told you that I'm giving you? So you say, I'm sorry, but no, I'm just trying to follow the dictate of the Pele Yoetz, and who bases his statement upon the saying of Chazal, that I'm honoring you as if you're Rabbi Gamliel. I give you all the honor in the world, but in terms of this, I have to make sure that getting the right amount. And it's not even then Pele Yoetz says it's not even that I necessarily suspect you. It's perhaps the money was stolen from you, or perhaps people can make mistakes. So a person should not be embarrassed. Person should not be embarrassed. He goes to the Makolets. He goes to the Makolets, and he the Makolet is the grocery store. And he's got 200-300 shekel, or maybe even more, worth of purchases there. Erev Shabbos or some other day, whatever day it is, and and he's got to make sure that not only that he paid, that he's getting he's getting the right change, but he's got to. I see that he's got to make sure that that all the charges on the receipts that list all the things that he's paid for, they're all correct, and they didn't by mistake put in 2 times the thing that costs 30 shekel. So then they just by mistake they put it, they pressed it twice. And now it says 30 shekel, and so right there on the spot, and you see people doing this. I see people doing this all the time, and I'm saying, oh, why what do they have to take so much time for and everything like that, and they're wasting my time and this and that and the other thing. But really, that's the only way to do it. The only way to do it. So the person working over there, they've got to keep talking to the person that they just finished with, and then they got to start also with the next person. Anyway, but that is Kedushas Yisrael. That's what it is. That's the way we conduct ourselves, to remove ourselves and other people. We shouldn't be suspected, and we shouldn't come to suspect other Jews either. That's the point. Very, very important. So we count. Okay. Very good. A round of applause for Monet, or Monet. Go in the cab, you have to say Taseh Monet. Don't say Monet. And now we go to Mincha, the afternoon prayer. And we like to call upon Meir to continue the reading.
Okay.
We have time left. We do.
Yeah, we do. So,
Yeah.
Mincha, the afternoon prayer. The statement of our sages in Brachot, the person should always be careful regarding the Mincha prayer, for Eliyahu was only answered by the Mincha prayer, is well known. Due to our great sins, many common people disregard the Mincha prayer and do not pray it with the congregation. When they do say it on their own, they only pray a quick and hurried petition after dusk. There are others who do not pray it at all, or pray twice by the Mariv service. These individuals are mistaken, for it is not permitted to pray Shemona Esrei twice, except for someone who made a genuine error or suffered truly extenuating circumstances. An anticipated loss of profit is not considered a real extenuating circumstance. Such neglect is not but an expression of miserliness and a lack of trust in God. A person should believe with total faith, as is the truth, that God gives a person strength to achieve wealth. He should not believe that a person who diminishes his service of God will increase the glory of his home, and that one who properly performs divine service will decrease his portion. Heaven forbid to mention such an idea. How unfortunate such a mindset is, for as a result, a person will not pray at all. Woe unto people from the day of judgment and from the day of rebuke. Behold, nowadays, due to our many sins, we have no holy temple, and we are lacking so much good. Is almost the sum total of our service to our Creator and our Judaism. If we will suffer deficiency in this regard, then what good are we and our lives? Why should we be less dedicated than some individuals among the nations of the world who worship idols and leave their businesses in order to go to their places of worship?
Wow. That's an amazing thing. I never thought of it that way, what he's saying over here. You see, realize what he's saying here. I think this is what he's saying. He's saying that, look, today we have lost the main avoda, which is called avoda, like it says in Pirkei Avos, Gimel Dvorim, Ha'olam Omed. The world stands on three things: Torah, Avoda, and Gemilas Chasadim. What does Avoda represent? I believe most of, if not all, of the commentators say that Avoda is referring to the Korbanos, the bringing of the Korbanos. And we don't, and unfortunately, we don't have that Avoda today. And so all we have left is the davening. Davening is in the place of, it's a substitute, so to speak, for the avoda, and so we're lacking the temple. And if we're also going to be remiss in what we have left to hope to replace somewhat the great merits and the bounty and the blessing materially and spiritually that comes with having a Beis Hamikdash, oy vavoy. So therefore, this is a tremendous inspiration. Should be for us to be very punctilious and make sure that we come to daven. Yeah. Okay. 5 minutes.
And he says, Hashem gives a person strength to achieve wealth. I thought our understanding is that the wealth that we get is a gift from Hashem because that's what Hashem determined we need. And it has
Right.
nothing to do with our strength.
Okay. Let's see how he says this in the Hebrew. Let's see what the original words are. Lo yamin shamikatzer mavodaso yirba kvod beso va'oived avodaso b'shvil kach yimayet manoso yichas hilo lahazkir v'haval alam shtachin she'ein mispalim klal oy lehem lebrius miyom adin miyom atochacha. It was before that.
I didn't follow exactly where in the English what you were reading corresponds to.
1 second. Person should believe with total faith, as is the truth, that Hashem gives a person strength to achieve wealth. The anticipated loss of profit is not considered a real extending circumstance. Hefsid Rabak lo chashiv onus. Right. Okay. Ein ze ki im roya lev v'chesron emuna. Ki hamamin. Here's what he says over here. Ki hamamin b'emuna shlema. Kamo shehu ha'emes. Ki Hashem yisborach hu hanosen koach lasos chayo. Okay.
Chayo is not wealth, is it?
No, I don't know why he
Valor.
translated what he said over here.
Interesting.
I mean, I understand that. I mean, it's. Yeah, he shouldn't have translated as wealth. It's very misleading. What the Pele Yoetz means over here is you have to understand what he's saying in the context of what he started off the sentence with, and the sentence that what he started off over here was a person who excuses himself from davening, either in a minyan or entirely, because he feels he has an onus. He feels he has something which is beyond his control to get around. And what is that? He has the hefsid revach. He's going to lose a profit if he doesn't go and go to this meeting. And the person said, you got to be here at this time, or forget it. And he says, okay, I'm coming. And so he says, and when's he going to daven mincha? The meeting is going to keep going. Anyway, so that's the story over there. So that's what he says over here. That's not called that a person has a situation which is beyond his control to get around. That's called hefsid revach. That's called the loss of an anticipated profit, which the Pele Yoetz then goes on to say that this is a lack of emunah. Ein ze ki im roya lev v'chesron emunah. what does this person think? He thinks that that he's going to profit by doing the wrong thing. How could such a thing possibly be, that he could profit by doing by not davening mincha? It's absolutely absurd. Ki amamin be'emuna shlema, somebody who has full emuna that Hashem is the melech and he's the one. He's kamoshehu ha'emes. He believes with emuna shlema, which is the emes. It's not only that he has emuna in this, but it's the emes. It's true. Ki Hashem yisborach hu anosen koach lasos chayil. He's not going to get that. What he means to say over here is Hashem is the one who gives him the koach to succeed in his business. Whatever success that he's going to have is because Hashem gave it to him, and so therefore it's absurd to think that he will be able to get more by not listening to what Hashem tells him to do.
Mm.
That's the understanding of the statement. Lasos chayil is to do valiantly, right? Like the valorous wife, Eishes chayil, the valorous wife. What does it mean that she's valorous? It means that she's able to accomplish. She's able to accomplish. And how is she able to accomplish? She can't accomplish a thing, but she has emunah that Hashem gives her the koach in order to accomplish.
Mm.
And that's what this person is supposed to believe as well. And not only is he supposed to believe it, but it's true, says the Pele Yoetz.
So in
Okay.
other words, we're translating as that God gives a person strength to do valorously,
Yes.
to act valorously, which means that he's davening. That's
Okay,
acting
you could.
valorously.
I understand. Right. Hashem will give you, if you just listen to Hashem, He'll give you the ability to daven mincha and also make the parnasa that you want to make.
Right.
Don't think that you're going to get more parnasa by not doing the right thing.
Got it.
The right
Thank you.
thing is to daven mincha. This guy is saying, okay, then forget it. So fine, there'll be another guy. You don't need this guy. You need to daven mincha. That's what you need. Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Oh, yeah, time.
Oh yes, I see we're over. Okay. I just was able to get into the 1 second. Maybe okay. We'll be in touch. Maybe I'll be able to get into my own meeting over here.
All right.
Okay, we'll be back.
I'll wait to hear
Okay,
from
have a
you
good day.
if you want me to host. Okay, so guys, I guess we'll have to, Robert will have to call and tell us what to do.
Okay, be well. Have a good day, everyone.
All right, you too.
Thank you.